Hey everybody, I'm back right now, and Tim is in Florida at this point. I know he's going to be joining us in just a moment. Hey, Humble Dog, good to see you. Okay, Tim, I'm waiting for him to come on. He's in Florida at this point. He's down there for a few minutes. Here, let me text him quick just to let him know I'm on. Just been on now, and Humble Dog is here. Okay. Oh, thank you for that thank you card you'd sent us. That was very nice of you and your girlfriend to do. Um, Okay. So yeah, I know Tim is going to be on any moment because that's how it works. He's down in Florida until Tuesday. So for right now, Major Buttons and I are missing him, of course. On Humble Dog says we appreciate the shirts. Well, we appreciate you. That's exactly why Tim put them in the mail to you. I figure like we have our regular listeners, like you're one of them. The least we can do is, just any way we can say thank you for regularly listening to us, because you could listen to anybody right now. You could watch any TV show, watch any movie. You could be going around doing whatever you want. So it's really cool that y'all are choosing to spend time with us. So to anybody listening right now, thank you so much. Timmy and I both really appreciate you. Now, of course, I would imagine that everybody knows this news at this point because it's big news. Trump was indicted. That's massive news. I know some of us have been waiting for this, pins and needles. So it's something. 37 charges, 37 counts. Let me see what all this is. Now, the counts are, for one, he knowingly removed classified information from the White House. Now, this information was sensitive, including some relating to the country's military vulnerabilities, that he had left documents in public places where others might have seen them, and that when he was asked to return the documents, he lied to federal investigators and then tried to obstruct the investigation. On top of that, too, willful retention of national defense information charges, conspiracy to obstruct justice, corruptly concealing a document or record, and other assorted crimes. Now, 31 of these charges relate to sensitive documents that he kept, and the remaining 7 are all about obstructing the investigation. So that's intense. It's something, there's this whole thing about how, it's political, it's just Joe Biden doing this. No, actually, if you listen to what Jack Smith had said, because Jack Smith got up and made a statement about this, and Jack Smith is the special counsel, he had said about, of course, Humble Dog, this is not your hometown per se. I'm not sure where the jury was, but I understand it was in southern Florida. That actually was a jury, actually looked at all the evidence, and then the jury, that is a jury of all of our peers, including Trump's peers, had looked at the evidence and said, yeah, this is worthy of an indictment. So that's pretty massive. So very excited, hoping that this is actually going to go somewhere. It seems like it will, because anybody sees pictures of Jack Smith, you can tell that he's seen stuff. Not saying that he just has just seen stuff with Trump. Of course, he has now, but he was one of the attorneys actually investigating all the war crimes that happened in Kosovo in the 90s. So you can even see, like, you see pictures of him before he became counsel for handling all of those, again, awful things I'm sure he saw with all that evidence in the 90s. He looked, young and happy and ready to go. And then after that, you could just see there's the, I know the way Tim and I put it, and there he is. Hey, Panda Bear. He's here as Bernie baby. But yeah, you can see the look on his face. I know one thing that Tim and I have said. Sometimes when you look at people, they have this 1,000-yard stare. You can tell that it's a certain thing that they've experienced things. They've seen things that they didn't want to see. They've experienced things they didn't want to experience. And they don't want to go into it. It's a whole thing of that's a lot to go through. So yeah, you can see that with him. But then even for his statement that he made, you can tell he's secure in this. So like, I have a feeling that he's absolutely looking at time. All right, Timmy's calling. Panda Bear.
Hey, baby.
How's my Panda Bear doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing all right. Just sad without you here.
Oh, me too.
Oh, it's true, but then you're back in a couple of days.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Let me grab headphones.
Of course, go for it.
All right.
They can make it easier to hear.
Yeah, I'm still listening though.
Okay, that works. Oh, but this is saying about how some of the things that he'd shared. He shared a top secret military map with a staffer at his political action committee who did not have security clearance, which that's pretty effed up. He also shared a highly sensitive plan of attack against Iran with visitors at his golf club in New Jersey. Now he was also recorded on tape for this, saying this is highly confidential, quote unquote, and quote unquote secret. And he acknowledged that it had not been declassified. And he also, and there are pictures out here at this point too. He stored boxes, cardboard boxes full of all of this paperwork, all of these top secret classified information, all around Mar-a-Lago. And of course, he brought it to his golf club in New Jersey. Let me see where in New Jersey. Just a moment. I have it here. What's that?
Bedminster.
Was it Bedminster, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way, yeah, he has these boxes and boxes of classified information all over the place. And apparently he was regularly showing these to people and openly saying these are not declassified. I could have when I was president, but. So yeah, pretty screwed up. So I'm hoping this goes somewhere. It seems like it will because Jack Smith looks like he means business.
Yeah, but the judge that's seeing it or hearing it.
There you go for the, yeah.
Appointed.
Exactly, which is an issue. So there's an outcry with this because it's understood at this point, like, how is she even still a judge? But we'll see. Now it's going to be about the arraignment. I can't imagine she has any room to just say, oh, never mind, it's all over. At least that's from what I understand.
Oh, she could recuse herself. I don't know.
She should. Actually, that's a big thing too. She should recuse herself because she's shown that she is. For the last time she had made a ruling that was against the public interest, but definitely in line with what Trump would want her to do. It was understood that yeah, no, she needs. I would imagine she got a lot of threats over that. Because yeah, like no, you're trying to overturn the country. That's not cool. This is not just being good to daddy. That's it. Yeah, so. Fingers crossed it all goes well. And from what I understand, who's actually placed as judge for when it comes down to arraignments, it's apparently just random, but we'll see.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if you get to see this. This is on something else. Did you see that Ted Kaczynski was found dead in his cell?
Yeah, he killed himself.
That's something I didn't see yet that he'd killed himself. I saw that the cause of death hadn't been released yet.
Yeah, I saw that it actually killed himself. I don't know how.
Okay.
But
All right. Yeah, I hadn't seen that yet. But yeah, I'm seeing he had killed 3 people and injured 23 more during a mass mail bombing spree. That mail bombing spree lasted between 1978 and 1995.
yeah.
I didn't know it went back to 1978.
Yeah, it was for a while.
That's something I just remember hearing about it in the 90s. But that's intense.
He got away with it for a while.
Yeah, it says like it. For decades they were trying to find him.
Yeah.
Now, his crimes were uncovered after he had forced the Washington Post. This is interesting. He forced the Washington Post and the New York Times to publish his unhinged, angry manifesto called Industrial Society and Its Future. And this was in
what
September.
It's about, right?
Well, I know he's talking about how it's about how technology is destroying us and it's making everything dangerous for everybody.
And, you know what? He's been right so far. That's the thing. They're saying, actually, you know what? There was something to what he was saying.
There you go. And I definitely get that. But you know what's interesting? I didn't know this because there have been a lot of people saying about how he was right. He's just trying to help. And he has flat out said, of course, before he was dead, he said, just what I got here. He had actually said in his own journals he wrote about, he didn't claim to be a quote unquote altruist or to be acting for the good, whatever that is, of the human race, insisting instead that he acted quote unquote merely from a desire for revenge. He started this after he was working for his brother's company at one point, and after his brother had let him go from this job, and he had dated a woman, went on 2 dates with her, and she dumped him, and he got mad. That's when he started sending out these mail bombs. So that's pretty petty. So that's something about how he said, like, no, I wanted revenge. That's what it was. But yeah, just wow. But yeah, this had said that after this, he had retreated to the Montana wilderness and to the cabin he had built by hand without heating, plumbing, or electricity. Now, it said that he had, when he was a child, he was actually IQ tested. And as a child, at least, showed he possessed an IQ of 167 and that he had skipped 2 grades to attend Harvard University at 16. Now, FBI agents had described him as a twisted genius who aspires to be the perfect anonymous killer. But he was diagnosed actually after he got arrested in prison. He was interviewed by a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist diagnosed him as a paranoid schizophrenic. And I could see that. I could understand that. As much as, like you said, now when it came down to the what he was saying about technology and how it wasn't helping humanity, I definitely get that. But the fact that he acted on this with trying to kill people is a sign that he definitely wasn't the most stable. So again, he's gone. He's passed away, but that's something I didn't see that he had killed himself.
His underwear.
Oh yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can. I can hear you now. I couldn't hear
All
you
right.
for a minute.
All right, because you kept talking, and I wasn't sure if you could hear me or not.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear you when I was talking. No.
Oh, yeah. But yeah,
Okay, what were you saying?
as I said, he tried killing himself a few times by hanging himself with his underwear.
Oh, huh.
So yeah,
So
but
wondered
yeah,
how
I
he did it
actually
this.
yeah, I don't. I'm assuming that it was still the same way, but I actually wanted to buy his book because I heard it was like a really good book,
Okay,
but I didn't want to get on any watch list.
I can understand that.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I definitely get that. It's the same way. Again, you hear that a lot, even like with Mein Kampf.
right?
Apparently, Mein Kampf is apparently a decent book, but yeah, I don't want to be on a watch list. Plus, I know neither of us has any interest in joining the neo Nazis, so no, thank you.
Right, but
Uh,
still,
Thanks for joining us, Ali Amadi. Good to see you again. But yeah, definitely the whole thing. Like, even if it could be a good book, like, yeah, I'm gonna choose to stay off of that one.
yeah. And actually, it's when I uh, when I actually looked to see how much that book cost. It was close to $18.
Which one? The
Manifesto.
wow.
Yeah, but again, like I heard, it was a decent book.
Huh. But then it's unfortunately connected to somebody who, again, was a mass killer, or at least a mass attempted murder. I mean, he killed
Yeah,
3, but still, he was trying to kill a lot more.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Uh huh. But you got any news down in Florida?
What's that?
You got anything going on down in Florida? Any news?
No, no,
Oh, and
no news.
Ali Amadi says hi, Timmy, and hi, Bernie.
What's up, buddy?
Oh yeah. Well,
But
I don't
yeah,
know. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead,
Oh, I was just gonna say I got another piece of news if you didn't have one.
go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say I got one more here for this. I don't know if you saw this too. This actually I read about this. It was interesting. It was actually about how the Moscow PD and the FBI, mind you, was able to catch that guy who killed those 4 college students at in Idaho.
Right,
It was interesting reading this article. Again, he's killed those 4 students in Idaho, University of Idaho. Now, it was a combination of things. They had to use different methods for this. And what is it for? Some of the things they did. Well, of course, they used the evidence. They put out notices to the community, just saying, "Hey, if you have any information, call us. What's going on?" But then, too, what they found out that they could do, well, in addition to grabbing evidence, like one thing that was found was that knife holder that was an FBI. Well, it wasn't FBI. It was Marine. Had a Marine logo on it, and it was this knife blade holder on it. It was a case. So they went on Amazon. Well, they went first in all the local area around where the killing happened to all the different weapon stores, everything like that. Ammunition, everything like that, trying to see if any of the stores sold this particular blade case. Didn't get anywhere. So then they went on Amazon and eBay. They were looking for the details of order histories for anybody who had purchased such an item or such knives. And the way it was put, they were hunting for breadcrumbs, which that's a good way to put it. But yeah, it was that knife sheath they were looking for, and they actually had found out while they're trying to get all those details, they actually were able to use their fingerprints on that knife sheath that then the FBI ran through their database. And that database has millions of DNA profiles of past criminal offenders. But according to at least 3 people briefed on the case, they could not find a match out of any of those millions that it went through. So then what really did it? Investigators decided to try genetic genealogy, which is something usually with genetic genealogy. It's something, of course, any of us can do. You can go on ancestor.com, or like Tim had gotten 23andMe. Actually, he got it for me first, and then he got it for himself too, which is cool. You can find out all sorts of things about your genetic history, which is very, very awesome. Now, doing this kind of investigation, at least as far as criminal cases, it's usually only done as kind of a last-ditch effort for cold cases. But basically, officers and FBI were getting nowhere, and they're thinking, "No, we need to catch this person." So they actually, what is it? They actually had what is it? They used started using, looking into genetic genealogy, and an issue with this is that using this kind of method is the concern for, well, does that mean that none of us are safe? Any of us can be investigated? I get that. But then at the same time, it's like even officers in the FBI were saying, they said, we were running out of leads. We were basically didn't have any options left. If we were going to catch this person, we had to do whatever we needed to do. So they'd actually used, again, genetic genealogy, and then from there they'd actually had not surrendered. They'd actually passed over the fingerprint data and everything from this genetic genealogy base over to, it's actually a private company it's called Othram, and this is in Texas. This is a lab that's able to produce more extensive DNA profile than from that knife sheath than the state lab had the ability to do. And from there, oh, just a minute, I lost the screen. There it is. It's right back. From there, that's where they were able to get, for one, they were able to get a connection to a distant cousin of this Koberger guy, the killer, distant cousin of him. And then from there, they were able to actually look into his cell phone records. And it shows that his cell phone was actually moving around in the early morning hours of November 13th, which is when it was, okay, I see that the call ended. Call back in when you get a chance, Panda. But I see that the call ended at some point. I was going to say, it understood that it was possibly turned off at that point, around 2 hours when the killing had occurred. But I find that's fascinating. That's how they were able to get him. Welcome back, Panda Bear. Yeah, call back in. Yeah, call back in if you want to. But yeah, all right. Now I'm answering the phone with Tim. All right, can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, I can. Good. Oh man, but I found that interesting, just how they were able to. Well, it took a lot, but how they went through all of those steps to be able to find him.
Yeah, but that's part of the whole you know new technology. You don't even have to give your DNA in order to be found.
It's true. It's true, and I can understand how that could be unsettling. But then at some points too, in this case, this is a man who just killed 4 people.
Yeah, and probably did before that too,
Chances are, yeah,
because
like I find it so interesting. I know we talked about this before, how he's getting a PhD at Washington State University. That's what he was in the process of doing in criminal psychology.
right, and there were called murders near where he lived. They're like, well, you know what? It kind of fits the profile, so they're re looking into that.
Exactly. Yeah, like you were saying, it seems like there may have been a serial killer around Washington State at that, I was gonna say, just not that long ago. Was it him?
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's good they caught him.
Oh yeah, finally.
Yeah, no
But I
kidding.
think they were watching them for a while. I think that
You
they
know,
said they found them pretty early on,
it's
and they
something.
just
Whereas
kind
I
of
didn't.
kept. From what they
Oh, what were you saying?
kind of said, that they kind of knew who it was early on. It just it took a few weeks to build a case.
Okay. Yeah, I understand it took about 6 weeks for them to basically arrest him.
Yeah, but man, did
But
a
yeah,
lot of damage really quick.
it's true. I really do wonder if he was the one who killed those other, what was it, 8 other people? I think it was
Yeah.
8 other women in Washington.
Hmm.
Just wow. I didn't see anything about when the killings happened.
Mm.
But
But in
hopefully,
Pennsylvania too.
I didn't see for Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope it's him. I was going to say, I hope it's him because they have him.
And give the family some closure.
Yeah, I would think so. Or families,
Yeah.
if he did this more than once.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my goodness, indeed.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm following Bernie Baby now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I know it's you, but nonetheless, why not have Timmy Boy following Bernie Baby, right?
Yeah. Well, there's a big news out of Philadelphia.
What's that?
On I-95, there was a truck on fire underneath the Cotman Avenue overpass underpass.
Yeah.
It burned it, and the overpass collapsed. So
What?
literally, I-95 is shut down.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'd
it says
imagine.
it's going to be
Oh, go
closed
ahead.
for months.
Oh, that's awful. Does
Yeah.
it does it say how many people were hurt or killed?
Um, there was a tanker truck. Ooh, and whoever was inside beneath 500 tons of concrete, steel, and rubble. So
Oh
yeah, it
God.
seems like a couple of people died.
Of course,
Um,
that's not good. But considering, like you're saying, the whole overpass
oh no, it
collapsed.
says no deaths or injuries.
Oh no, that's amazing. Wow, that is absolutely incredible that nobody died or was injured.
Well, did they know of yet?
Yeah, good point. I would imagine they're going to have to go digging through that rubble.
Yeah. Um, a disaster declaration will be made Monday.
Wow,
But yeah, they got to get that up quick
I would
because
think so.
that's 95. That's like millions of people take that road.
That's major, isn't it? James Beard is here. Good to see you, James Beard.
Hey,
Thanks
what's
for
up, James?
joining. But yeah, I would
Yeah,
think they have to get.
160,000 vehicles a day.
Wow, just wow, and
Yeah,
it's done. It's gone.
yeah, it reaches from nearly the tip of Florida to the Canadian border. Carries nearly 200 billion in goods and services.
Wow, that's something. For I guess again for that going that far, I wasn't aware of the I-95. I knew I-75 from where I grew up, but that makes sense. Wow. Well, I'm glad
Yeah,
that it seems that nobody was hurt.
all lanes.
Oh wait, you still there? Okay, if you're talking, I can't hear you, Panda.
Let me see.
There you
Um,
go. I hear you now.
you hear me?
I hear you now.
All right. Yeah, it says all lanes of the highway are shut down for about 10 miles between Academy Avenue and north to the Betsy Ross Bridge. You know who would know about this is Mr. A.
Oh, Mr. A
Because
would know. Mr.
he
A is
lives
not
in
on right
Cherry
now.
Hill, right on the other side of the Betsy Ross Bridge.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Runoff from fuel or gas lines from the burning truck has also caused explosions underground, Philadelphia police fire captain told
Oh,
reporters.
God.
We will be here for a while. We have fire coming out of those manholes.
That's, I was going to say incredible, not incredible good. That's scary.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Of course, it's good that they have, of course, fire department work or fire departments, plural, I'm sure, working on it. And let
Hmm.
alone the Philadelphia police, I'm sure, are working on it too. But wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
Was
was
that
nice.
close? Was that close to where you used to live when you lived in Pennsylvania?
No,
No, nowhere close.
no, but still, it's it's a major thoroughfare, 95.
Yeah, like you said, it goes from
Um,
Canada all the way down to Florida.
yeah, it happened 6:20 a.m.
Oof.
Mm,
Again, happy that nobody's hurt. Oh, and thanks for joining us. Let me see. It's PSETGYHS. Thanks for joining us.
but yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, and I can't
That
get over it.
is
Like you're just that the way you're just saying it. There's fire coming out of the manholes. That sounds like something out of not a post-apocalyptic. That sounds like something out of an apocalyptic movie.
right, man. That's is not. Like he said, it's going to take months to fix.
Yeah, they have to rebuild that overpass.
Yeah, and again, there's how much? How many miles did I say was shut down? 10 miles.
10 miles.
Wow, and that's a long stretch of highway. I mean, they'll probably open it up closer, you know, to so people can get off the exits and kind of loop around the exits, you know, to go on the highway and then back, or sorry, off the highway and back on. You know what I
Oof.
mean?
Yeah, I do. That's a
But
lot.
yeah,
This
I
is
don't,
this is. Oh, go ahead.
I don't remember if 295 runs parallel with that or not, or Route One, but still, man,
Just wow.
that is nuts.
I
Yeah,
would imagine.
you
Oh,
look at the
you're crackling. You're crackling.
oh, if you look at the pictures, man, it's crazy. The whole, you know,
I'm gonna have to look
it's
that up.
yeah,
Oh wow. Like just the amount of time it's gonna take to rebuild that overpass.
right. Probably both sides of the highway too, not just because it's just the one side of the highway where it fell,
Yeah.
but probably the other side too, because from the heat.
See, I didn't even think of that. Just wow.
Yeah, well, if like I said, if you look on, the pictures, it is just frightening. To where you're like, wow, I could have been, driving that, and
Oh man, I'm looking at that. That is insane.
right,
Look at that. It's collapsed. It just there it is.
yeah, yeah, there it
Um,
was.
yeah, there it was. I mean, I
Still
can
there,
only
right?
imagine. What's that?
I said hi, Movendesh.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, or Moha Dese. I think is that we say you could tell us which one of you could tell us which one of us is pronouncing it correctly. I'm
Or
sure.
neither of us.
Yeah, yeah. I would think chances are that's probably the case. But thanks for joining us. Oh man, but yeah, it's something I can only imagine, and I know this is minor, but the commute time this is going to add to people needing to get to where they need to go.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, for work, but then ambulances too, and fire trucks, and again, police vehicles and everything like that. How much more time is this going to add to rescues?
yeah, yeah. I guess a lot of times too, time to get back to working from home.
Maybe. I mean, we showed over again, well, like I was gonna say, almost 3 years, starting in 2020, that we can do it. Um, but I know it's of course not quite as easy because it kind of leaves you isolated in some level. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't mind at all when I get to work at home with you and at home with our little man
Right?
who is taking a nap in a box.
You know, you hear Britney Spears might be on meth.
Wait, on meth?
Yeah,
No, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Kevin Federline helped set up an intervention earlier in this year.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a pretty cool thing to do.
yeah. He seems like an okay guy.
Yeah. I mean, we never met him, but yeah, you don't really ever hear anything bad about him.
No, plus he's every guy's hero because it's like, wow, you're getting child support from her.
There you go.
Good for you.
Oh
Hit
yeah.
me, hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Um,
much.
the
Let alone of course he got to hit that.
well, I think with that song meant, hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah.
I think she was talking about crack or meth. Hit me one more time with the crack pipe,
Well,
with the meth pipe.
she would have been like 16 at that point.
Doesn't matter.
Good
You,
point. That's true.
you know what they say? Old enough to bleed, old enough to butcher.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's dark, but yeah. Yeah, I've heard that one before. Wow.
And for me, you've heard it before.
I have it's true. Usually the way you hear it is old enough to bleed, old enough to breed. But yeah,
No, mine is
oof,
more brutal to the point.
it's true. It is. Just wow. Yeah, that went
Yeah.
dark fast, didn't it?
That's why people love us, honey.
That's true. I think
We don't
so.
pull any punches.
No, we don't. That's a very good point. There's no question about what's going on. Oh man. But I am
It's
really sorry to hear that. I hope she's doing all right. I hope she gets through it.
me too. You heard
Because it's oh go ahead.
about those four kids that um, survived in the Amazon.
Yes, I saw that one. It was from a few days ago. I didn't have that in today's, but yeah, it
Four
was in
days.
Colombia.
Yeah, they survived for 4 days.
No, they survived for 40
Oh,
days.
40 days. Okay, right. I'm sorry.
40, more than a month.
Their mother was alive for 4 days.
Oh, you see, I didn't see that.
A
So,
bag of
so
flour. They had a bag of flour.
you see, I didn't see that they had a bag of flour either.
Yeah, I mean, but still, that doesn't go far in 40 days.
No, from what I saw, this was from a few days ago, but it was on this plane. In addition to the four kids, again, they survived. All of them survived. Which, what is it? The youngest one is a year old. The oldest is 13. So they're kids. It was the four of them, their mother, and two pilots. The mother and two pilots did not survive.
No, the
Yeah,
mother survived.
you'd said for
But
4 days.
yeah, and she told her kids to leave because apparently she knew her time was coming.
Man, just wow. And
She
you know
told them,
how
and again,
actually,
after 4 days, you're not found. That's what I would probably do too.
I would think so. It's good advice. But you know how actually military was able to find them?
Now,
What it was, they actually, of course, because they knew that the plane had gone down, so they were going to the area, didn't see the kids there, but they found surrounding area in specific areas there was some wild fruit with bites taken out of it, and they
well,
found
and
some footprints.
they had a helicopter with their grandparents' voices saying, sit still, don't go anywhere, we're coming for you. And
Oh,
so far, the only casualty in the search party was one of the rescue dogs got lost, and they fear that he died.
oh,
That he
wow.
actually got lost and perished.
Oh, that's a shame.
But that goes to show you how deep and dense that forest is.
Yeah, like they
The
were,
search dog got lost, and they know
yeah,
what the hell they're kind of doing.
yeah, it's true. But just wow. But that is amazing, though. I can't get over it. For 40 days, the four kids were able to survive.
Yeah, that really is amazing.
Yeah. So there are pictures of them. You can see the pictures of them online of military with the kids, giving them food, blankets to kind of try to get them to warm up, help them out. There's a picture of one of the soldiers actually giving a bottle to the 1 year old.
Almost an infant, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much 1 year old. Yeah, you're pretty much an infant still at that point. Yeah, it's a good point. But yeah, that's amazing. But intensive search, and they were able to find the kids. So then they had brought the kids to a hospital to actually check to make sure everything was okay from there.
Uh,
Oh, is that a call for El Gato?
no, I'm saying they're celebrating that they
Oh,
found
I
the
see what
kids.
you're saying. Oh man. But just wow, I am happy those kids survived. I'm sorry for the loss of their mother, but I'm happy that they at least survived this.
Yeah, yeah.
So bad.
Somewhat of a happy ending.
It is. It's true. The kids survived. And was that, I was going to say Superman? Yeah.
No, that
Is
was
that what that
Judge
was?
Judy.
Oh, that's Judge Judy. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think Judge Judy is going to be involved in this.
not yet.
In time, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So where's Lizzie White been?
Yeah, we haven't seen Lizzie White in ages.
Oh, and I saw that the new shirts in the larger sizes have cleared customs, so they should be in by the end of the week.
Good stuff. So we
So I
can get those
sent
out
some out
too.
to whoever emails me their address. I know I have Humble Dogs, um, so if
Oh, yeah.
Ollie wants to send me James or Ollie want me to send them one, they just have to email me their
It's
addresses in.
true. Here, I'm going to
I think
type
I
in
think
our
I still
address.
might have James's.
Oh,
I think I still
maybe.
might have James's in the Gmail. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah. If
what?
you want, yeah, free t-shirt, I just typed in our email address. Thanks for liking the show, Humble Dog. Yeah, we had sent some of our shirts to Humble Dog. Thanks for sharing the show too. We appreciate it. If you want free t-shirts, because I know we'll get them in the mail to you. Of course, James, if you want to, and yeah, Ali Amadi is not on the show at this point now. But if you
Oh
come
yeah,
back,
James. I got James's address, so I just again by
okay,
the end of the week I'll probably um send it in.
there you go.
Yeah,
By the
because again I
time,
just saw they cleared customs, so
good stuff. That's
yes,
pretty cool. And it's good that people are liking them. And I told Humble Dog, I said, thanks for sending us the thank you card.
yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah, you
Made
didn't
my
have to
day.
do that. Yeah,
No,
we
you didn't.
appreciate that. Well, you have any other bits of news? Wait, can you hear me, Tim?
I hear you.
Okay, I hear you now.
All right, I don't know what that was about.
I don't know either. All of a sudden, I just heard this like buzz.
Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes if my phone goes to go to sleep,
Oh, that might be it.
yeah, like if it goes to screensaver, it probably just shuts you out.
Yeah,
So I
that's
just have to
probably the
keep kind of
deal.
clicking it with my thumb,
Just trying to keep it awake.
kind of fingering it.
Yeah. So you and your phone are close.
Yeah, I didn't know Podbean was like that, but
Yeah, that's it. Oh man. I would think probably for fingering your phone, probably the more fitting sound effect is the sex sound.
I,
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one you're playing. And shut up about the sun, of course.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
It is funny. That was a great show.
Oh, it's a great episode.
It was a great episode too. It's true.
But
Oh man,
yeah,
that is too funny.
I can't wait to hear what Mr. A says about that whole 95 thing. But he probably knows all the back roads anyway.
Oh, he might. Yeah, I would imagine. Like I know. like, again, growing up where I grew up, and then I'd imagine same thing for you, right, Panda? Growing up where you grew up, you know your ways around. If you can't use this way, you know the other way or ways to get around.
Yeah, but then especially now with GPS and everything, everybody's going to be going the back way.
Oh yeah. So that means other, usually less traveled roads and less traveled streets are going to be traveled a lot more, which would, I'd imagine, mean a lot more potholes showing up because the.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I think they just might once they open up a bigger stretch of that highway, you can get off the exit prior, take some you know other road, and um, get back on,
Okay.
slight detour. Yeah,
Oh
it'll
man.
definitely put you out of your way.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No,
It's going to take a lot more time, I'm sure.
yeah,
Oof.
oof, indeed.
Yeah. Mm.
But all right, is that all you got?
That's all I got. You got anything else?
No, no, that's all for me.
That's okay. In that case, I guess we can wrap up this episode.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we
I'm
appreciate
in
it.
Florida, and I'll be back. When am I going to be
Tuesday.
back? Tuesday night around 6. No, that's where the plane lands. So I'll be home around 8 or 9.
There you go.
And
And
Wednesday's your late night.
yeah, Wednesday's my late night.
Right. So we'll probably be back on Thursday.
Yeah, because I would think doing a podcast when you just got off the plane from traveling home on Tuesday night would just be way too much.
Yeah, I think I'll be wiped out.
And that's all right. But you'll be all snuggled up at home. So it's
Yes,
a perfect place to be wiped up.
exactly.
Oh man, but thank you everybody for joining
Yeah.
us.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
And we'll catch y'all on. I was gonna say, you wanna do an episode tomorrow, or would that be too much?
Uh,
Or wait and see.
let's let's play it by ear. I think tomorrow will be fine.
All right. So we'll talk. We'll make a plan. And James Beard says, "Thanks for show. Safe travels."
Thanks, James. Yeah, we'll see. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, you too, baby.
I love you, Panda.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye.